Nifty opened gap up, and after that there is a sell-off. Initially it moved higher, but after that it went lower non-stop. In the end there is a recovery. What does this mean to our market and to our trading plan tomorrow? And I'm going to give you an important tip on how to trade channels. Then watch the video till the end for that information, and it is going to be a crucial information. And also let's mark the important levels and create our plan for tomorrow. Yesterday we planned if there is any gap up you should buy any pullback, and it worked out initially, and after that this trend failed around this point, and around this point it completely negated, this uptrend completely negated. Here you can see, I'll explain you the price action. It made a high, low, high, again low, higher low, and it made again a new high. After that it retested this low. After that it made a lower high and it broke this low, and this uptrend pattern is not valid anymore. And after that it went lower non-stop, slowly and steadily, and it took a support from this level. This is also an important level when you see the previous price actions, and the selling also came from an important level. I am going to show you all those levels and I will explain you what happened around that point. And there is a recovery, and here it broke this trend lines. We'll see about these trend lines. I'll explain you how you can trade this and what does this mean. Okay, it closed higher, and this is one important support. I'm going to 15 minutes time frame. This is an important support around this point. Let's go to 5 minutes so that you can see clearly. You can see the price action here. After this breakdown, here it recovered and it consolidated. It made a price action. Here is an important level. From there Nifty took support today, and this is the level, important resistance zone, and we discussed and marked this level yesterday also. I said this zone is important because it collides with this level, and this zone, from this zone it rejected. Sellers are not letting the market to go higher in a straight manner. That's why it is facing rejection at every level. For the market to recover, it needs to break all these highs, previous highs, slowly and steadily, or in a fast and quick manner. From the, if the market participants shift their intentions from selling to buying, this is going to go higher. But as of now, big players or institutions are trying to push the market down. Here you can see in all these days price action, here there is a selling, there is a selling, it consolidated, and here also after gap up there is a selling. It's all suggesting there are sellers in the market. And what happened, one thing that happened good today is it closed higher instead of closing lower. And let's mark our important levels. This is going to be an important level for tomorrow. This should be sustained for higher more, and the important resistance zone is this zone. This is the important resistance zone which also connects with this zone. This is the zone I am talking about. And one more resistance zone, we already marked this yesterday. I am marking it again. This is another important resistance zone. There is a sharp sell-off from this point, so this is going to be an important resistance zone. Remember it or mark it on your charts. And let's mark the support levels if there is any down move. In yesterday's market analysis videos, I said I am not expecting a flat opening. I am expecting a gap up opening or gap down opening. Most probably I'm expecting a gap up opening. It happened in the same way, and our setup also worked out. After a gap up, you should look for a pullback. In that pullback you should enter the trade, and I'm going to show you the scalping indicator as well, how it worked out and what happened. I'll show you that as well. Let's mark the support levels. This is going to be another support level, and this is another support level. This is an important level, and after that this is a support level. Okay, these are enough support levels. And in intraday, this is going to be an important level tomorrow. If it opens below this level, this is going to be an important level. If it opens above this level also, this is going to be an important level. If it opens above this level or above today's high, that is entirely different picture. But if it opens inside this range or above this range, this level is important. If it opens inside this range, breaking this level is important. If it opens above this level, supporting this level is very much important for tomorrow's price action, and I will give you that plan. Let's see the scalping indicator first, what happened and how it generated the signals. Here is the scalping indicator, and it generated, we planned yesterday that if there is any gap up, you should look for buying opportunity. And as per the indicator, there is a signal. Then initially it worked out, then there is a pause in the trend. After that it continued to move higher, and there is a sharp sell off here. And if you entered around here, and it is almost gave 25 to 30 points more from this point to this point. You can check it in the charts and you can see how much profit it generated. It is easy to capture this kind of move. And after that there is nothing. There is one more leg, but that is a different kind of move. After that there is nothing in the market. It is a slow and steady down move as per the price action. Let's create our plan for tomorrow based on these levels. Tomorrow if Nifty opens inside this range, this resistance zone and this support level. After consolidation, it may break out this level or it may break down this level. If it breaks this level, you should aim for this as a first target. And if it consolidates here and breaks out, you can enter another trade and you can book the target at the next level, which I marked. And if it breaks down this zone, this should be your first target, this closing price, and this should be your second target. That's all on the downside trade. And if it opens a gap up above this level, it is a bullish sign, and you should look for a breakout trade. If there is any breakout, you should enter the trade. If there is any pullback towards this closing price, you should take the trade in a reversal for this target as a first target and the next level as a second target. And if there is any pullback, you should better book profit around this point, around this first level. And if it opens above this level, it is extremely bullish. There may not be any pullback. It can be a straight move. If it's not a fast and quick momentum, there can be a pullback towards this level or towards this zone, these levels, and it can retest and go higher. You should take the entry in a reversal. That is my plan for gap up opening and a flat opening. If it opens a gap down, below this level or below this level, the complete picture changes again. If it's a gap down here, look for a pullback towards this closing price or somewhere in the middle around this point, and you can take the trade in the reversal. And if it opens a gap down below this zone, it is even extremely bearish signal. Wait for a pullback, or it can straightly work out in a breakout. And if there is any pullback, take the trade in a reversal, and your first target should be this level and a second target should be this level. That's all. These are the setups for tomorrow. If you wanted to learn a technical analysis and a price action, I'm going to provide a learning videos playlist link in the description. Watch those videos and you are going to learn a lot of things. If you want to see this kind of videos, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in next video. I said I'm going to give you an important tips on how to trade channels, and I forgot to add that in the video. So I'm recording this video again. Okay, let's see. This is a channel. What happened here is a channel. Even if you mark with the trend lines, this is going to be a channel. Let me mark with the trend lines. Okay. When the channel is a downside, you should look for a breakout on the upside, not on the downside. What you can do is, when it is going to touch this trend line, you can try shorting opportunities around this point for a target of this downwards trend line. Here is an opportunity. After confirming the trend, you need 1 or 2 points. There is a first point, second point. The trend is initiated. We can combine these points with the trend line, and there is a third point here. You can take the short entry after this candle closing or after forming this candle, or you can take the entry as soon as it touches. If you are confident, if you know how these channels or trend lines work, you can take the position. Let me erase these lines once again. Here around this point, you can take the position. It is safe. You can take after a red candle, and your target should be closing above this point, or if price touches that point, you should exit or closing above this trend line. That's what you should do. And here the target achieved. You should book your profits around this point. This is a downward channel, and if you want, you can also take this trade around this point after green candle. Then this is another leg, but this is not going to be a big momentum because these high points are going to go lower. This is not going to be a big momentum. Even if you enter here, better to avoid this trade. You should not trade on when a downward trending channel, you should not buy at the lower end, because the upper end's price will move lower. So it is not that a big momentum, and you can take the entry once again here around this candle, and your target should be here. And it broke this level, giving you a big breakout. And when the channel is going to be downwards, you should look for an upside breakout. When the channel is facing upside, you should look for a downside breakout. This is a technique. I give you a few points. That is, one is taking a trade at this point and exiting, booking profit around this point, or you can take this trade around this point and exit at this point. But this move is not going to be enough for your trade, so avoid this trade when a downwards trending channel. And you can take this trade again. Here it is not possible. This is a first time. Second time, you need 2 points to connect, or even 3 points. If you are high probability trade, after 3 points, you can take this trade again. Here, this is going to be the one trade you are going to get. After that, you can book the profit, and in this breakout, you can take the trade. You should take the trade. In a downward trending channel, you should look for a breakout. In an upward trending channel, you should look for a breakdown. This is a point. In an upward trending channel, you should look for buying opportunities around these points after 1 or 2 points. 1, 2. Here you should look for buying opportunity. And even if you entered around here, if any candle closes below this level, you should exit, because from here, from this point onwards, it is going to make a fast move because of this consolidation or the trend failure. Everyone is expecting it is going to go higher, but this trend is going to fail. We are also on the same side for this ranges target, not for a breakout on the higher side, not for expecting a one-sided move on the upside, but from here to here, we wanted to capture this kind of move. So even if you entered around this point, you should exit as soon as the candle closes below this level or your entry candles low. This is a setup. This is a way to trade these trend channels. I hope you learned how to trade these trend channels. If this is beneficial to you, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications, and also like the video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in another video.